Bad Boy has come out with a lot of new products in 2026. This Bad Boy Fury being no different. This is something that I think makes a lot of sense for Bad Boy to add to the arsenal. You look at competitors that are out there with these stand-on blowers and you want that absolute power, the higher CFMs that come along with that, and you've got this. So why does this make a lot of sense? This is on the platform that they have for the Revolt X. Now the Revolt X was new this year. We've been selling mowers. We've had our shop for 4 years or so, and it seems like stand-on was something that we sort of had to ease into, and we bought a lot more Revolt X's last year and we sold through all of them. The Revolt X's are a mower that I feel like I have to talk about before I get into the nitty-gritty about this Fury here. What they did on the Revolt X is they tried to give you a mower that was more industrial, something that competes with the really industrial things like the Skag V-Rides, like the Toro Multiforce, things that I think were just built with a little bit more girth, a little bit more transmission than what you saw on the standard Revolts. So what is unique about this platform before you move to the actual blower side of this? If we come back here, number one, they give you a nice big wide wheelbase. They give you extra things to step onto. They give you a nice lush pad right here. But this is sort of the magic right here, is they have a separate pump and wheel motor setup. So it's a 16cc pump with 18 CI wheel motors. That is a really heavy duty, robust, industrial, kind of old school type setup. Not tons and tons of companies are running this industrialist setup on the transmissions. That is something that can last for years and years and years. It's gonna last a lot longer than just a mid-grade hydro gear transmission. Those are hydro gear pumps. It's a hydro gear wheel motor, but this is just their higher end setup. So it's gonna last longer. When you think about the weight distribution, think about how heavy this is up front. This is a better setup that you're gonna see against the competition. I'm new to selling these stand-on blowers. Now, when we were looking at this and we're at the Bad Boy conference at the tail end here, and we were introduced to this, I was standing around looking at this machine with someone who's a Skag dealer. So I think, you're gonna shop against the Skag Windstorm, you're gonna shop against what Ferris has, just other stand-on blowers in competition. And when he was looking at this, he said that this looks absolutely identical, potentially same part number SKU as what he even sees over on the Skag side. So I think you're getting something very similar to what you're getting in other brands. So if they're using the same types of setups, I like that for the reliability factor. So with this all being new, they got the spec sheet here. This has a 40 horsepower Vanguard EFI engine. So an absolute large, big block engine that's gonna give you that extra oomph. I think they said they were experimenting with different engine options, and this one right here to settle on this is gonna give you that much more torque to keep up with the blower. Now I talked about CFM. This is a 7500 CFM to this blower. So that is something that is absolutely powerful. So the suspension is something that's totally unique to Bad Boy. It's something that they do across their mower platform, but they are also doing this rubber bushing setup right here that's going to give you a lot more suspension. So between this nice bolster back right here, you're getting a lot of comfort on this machine that you don't always get in the other brands. One thing as well is you get a 13-gallon capacity on this. Again, more than you typically see. It's kind of like a Bad Boy trade, is you're going to see more fuel capacity. So another unique thing, again, you talk about what you're going to see on this versus competition, but you're going to have work lights that are up front right here. As a standard, these are LED. You're going to have great visibility. You do have this, so you can see where that blower is. When you turn this out in front of you, you're not going to be able to see where you're pointing, but this will help you kind of know that direction. They are going to give you this right here that you can point the nozzle up and down. So if I move this back and forth and you kind of look to the other side, you're going to have the ability to go down a little bit more or up depending on the terrain that you're in. And with Bad Boy, you get a 2-year unlimited hour warranty, no different right here. So unique things when I step onto this, how does this actually operate? Everything else is gonna be similar to a just stand-on platform. Like I said, this is different to point up and down. This will move your chute left and right. You can quickly hit this and it will shift you all the way to the right or all the way to the left. Or you can point this to an incremental spot where it's pointing straight forward or at a 45-degree angle, wherever you want it to be. And another thing that I think it's really important to consider is, there's some other machines in the background you see, so they've added some construction type stuff. Now, this right here is unique from those because with Bad Boy, with buying multiple things, this is something I see a commercial landscaper buying, right? So when you're a commercial guy, you're probably trying to get those fleet prices. And with Bad Boy, when you buy more than one machine, you can get a discount on that. Well, it's not true if you get into their construction line as far as buying multiple to get a better price. But with this machine, you can pair this with a commercial mower and you can get their fleet discount on this machine. So before, if you were in the market for a mower and the blower, you're not gonna be able to get the discount on the mower. Well, now you can get a discount on both of them. So this is something that Bad Boy's done to keep everything under that umbrella, and they've done a great job with this product. I think it makes a ton of sense when you think about using that Revolt X platform, probably something they had in mind when they came out with this more industrial type machine than what they've ever had in the past. So I think they've done a great job. I think we're gonna sell a number of these come fall time. So hopefully that gives you guys a lot of insight on this machine. But until the next time, we'll see you.